Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. So today, Donald Trump has said that the Fed should lower interest rates to 1%. Let me know in the comments down below if we see a 25 BPS or a full-on 1% cut this fall. Let me know in the comments down below. But welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the XRP army. Let's watch this video right here and come back to what's really happening. So let's take a look at what's going on.
Bitcoin of late. So what else is there beyond Bitcoin?
Right, just like there's more than one Manning in football, there's more than one blockchain technology out there. So that's very exciting movement too. The beyond Bitcoin and ETH, we have a number of other digital assets, some of which are looking to get into the ETF space. There are a number of public filings, and what the SEC has come forward with is what's called a generic listing standard to help make that process easier. So setting some foundational baselines for what these digital assets would have to kind of prove up or be able to show over an extended time period with monitoring from the exchanges that would be listing those assets. And that is a dialogue right now going on with the SEC and with a number of issuers, with the exchanges, just trying to make sure that that baseline is the right baseline. It's not over-inclusive or under-inclusive. And it's been a very active dialogue and a very positive one, actually. So that should help make it so that we see more beyond Bitcoin and ETH products come to the market, hopefully in the fall.
All right, Catherine.
So here we have it. As we know, bullish, guests like this is someone, that is from the bullish company. They have an IPO that just went live and again, up 200%. Once again, time and time out, we talk about IPO craze, how IPO craze is on another level right now. You're seeing a lot of companies because this company also is, a company that lets institutions have, the option to trade Bitcoin and have obviously giving them the derivatives option as well, especially like kind of cater toward the institutional clientele. But they have gone public. But I said this in the past, you're going to see a lot of these companies that are pretty much similar to one another, but they are going to take advantage of that IPO craze. And this is another example of many of the other examples that we have shared on the channel. But look at the key words that they're starting to say. Beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. And a lot of people projecting already, obviously on the channel, our stance is that, this fall we do see an XRP ETF because the deadline is somewhere there, and it just makes sense. And with the way rate cut is potentially, coming as well, that would be a very, very exciting moment for the crypto space. But we need to be focusing on these keywords, and you're starting to see these big key players kind of having a similar tone at this point. But looking at the broader market today as well, we're seeing yet again quite a bit of green across the market. XRP is not seeing that positive, breakout. And I'm going to share my personal thoughts as to why that's the case. The valuation, though, is pretty much staying stagnant around the 194 billion. So it's not that the valuation has dropped. It's still holding really nicely, consolidating quite nicely with the 24-hour trading volume at a staggering $8 billion. But just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. Speaking about a rate cut, the probability of a U.S. federal rate cut in September has now risen to 99.8%, so almost 100% that you do see this rate cut coming into place. But look at this. Russian analysts predict massive XRP surge. XRP price targets $7 to $8 short term, could skyrocket to $13 if momentum holds. Long-term vision $50 to $100 per XRP. Believes XRP will overtake Bitcoin in utility. And you're starting to see these types of predictions really coming on now day by day. But a lot of people, in terms of a sentiment standpoint for XRP, it's quiet. But what a lot of people don't realize for XRP right now is obviously we do have significant amount of resistance here. This is where the bears are trying their best to keep the price of XRP below this key range. What a lot of people will forget is just on August 2nd, we were sitting at $2.72. What do people have to say to that? I'm sure, when you bring that specific point, it's just going to be more of just like quietness and, not having anything to say. Since then, we're talking about a 22% increase for the third largest asset in the crypto markets. We need to understand this key resistance means we break out towards all-time highs. In terms of official all-time high, this was the official all-time high. A lot of people confuse. Everyone has their own ways of looking at this, but majority of the charts in the crypto, analysis, if you were to kind of take a look at that, majority of them had this as the all-time high around $3.40, give or take. But this was the official all-time high. The unofficial all-time high, $3.82, and that changes once you break out of this key range. We are very close to it. We're very, very close to it right now. It's only about a 3% move. You break out into this range with the way the dominance is going down. I'm projecting, the next move will shock a lot of people. And that's where everyone's going to become a moon boy. I don't understand why people don't understand how good the price of XRP is holding within the 23.6 fib zone, just on the brink of getting into all-time high, and that's where the excitement really kicks in. But we'll come back to the Bitcoin chart and all that good stuff. But let me know in the comments down below what your personal prediction are for XRP for this year. But look at this, Ripple and XRP are designed for financial institutions, not retail. Its business model is built on XRP Ledger, and financial institutions must integrate their systems with the XRPL to use Ripple's services. The Ripple protocol is not built to interface directly with the consumers and businesses and does not govern retail prices. BNB Paribas has confirmed in its documentation that XRP Ledger is a protocol built for institutions. XRP is not for retail, and I totally agree with that. And speaking about retail, SEC wants to open crypto to retail. SEC Hester Pierce says we're looking for a way for retail to get earlier access to growth. New EO pushes SEC and Department of Labor to open retirement accounts to private assets, including crypto. And of course, that means the floodgates are going to open. We could see potentially trillions of dollars flowing into the crypto space, from the 401ks. And I totally agree with what Cobb has to say. Sentiment on XRP is really weird right now. XRP trading slightly below all-time highs. Best performing coin year over year in the top 100. Everyone thinks that the price action is not good and that Link is going to replace XRP. I am now truly realizing that $3 is the new normal and it's never going to go back. Very interesting, but I do agree that people are overlooking with the way that the price of XRP is currently holding. But if you're looking at the dominance, it has gone up a little bit. Obviously due to the fact that Bitcoin broke out. Bitcoin's on the verge of breaking towards an all-time high. Literally, we could actually see that happening today as well. And if it breaks towards an all-time high, of course, that's going to cause more upside for BTC. But dominance is still really, really low. But of course, it is going to see an uptick when you do see BTC rising the way it has. But XRP is still holding really good. I would love to see the price of XRP trying to push up to that $3, 38 cents, which is only, like I said, 3 to, you could say 4%, 3 to 4% move forward where we from are. And if we're able to turn this into support, I am projecting that we could actually see the July levels being retested just this month alone. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Thank you for all your support. If you have not subscribed, what are you guys being shy about? Hit that red subscribe button. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX and peace.